Hey guys!
What's up?
How you doing? We're going to continue on in our top 5 series with high-end foundations. In the top 5 series that we're going to do today, we're going to do high-end foundations, but I have dry skin.
I have oily skin.
So she's going to list her top 5 and I'm going to list my top 5. Hope that's okay with you. Hope this works. And
If it's not, tough shit.
It's up noise. If you haven't seen any of our top 5 videos in our top 5 series, we will link it in the cards and down below as well. So let's go ahead and get started. In the number 5 spot for Kelsey
is the Naked Skin foundation.
And also for me as well. It's a very versatile foundation, clearly. I really like it because it's light coverage.
But you can make it full coverage.
No, I would say medium.
Whatever. Yeah, I guess you could say medium. I mean, it's really, in my opinion, it's best used with a beauty blender.
I have used it with a brush, but it is definitely the best with a beauty blender. Even though it is a really like light, liquidy, thin, liquidy consistency, I still do like it with a beauty blender. I think I like any foundation with a beauty blender, to be honest with you. I don't really use brushes much for foundation these days, but definitely that one's good with a beauty blender. I like it because it doesn't settle into my dry patches, but it gives enough coverage that it covers everything that I need covered.
For me, like, depending on the season, definitely in the winter I have more combo than I do oily.
Right.
But for me, it works best in the winter than it does in the summer, just because I feel like it's more suitable for drier skin. But it definitely is one of those good versatile foundations.
Clearly, because we both like it.
My next one is the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. It is oil-free. It is thick.
Yeah.
It is thick.
Yeah, I've tried it in the past. I've tried it in the past and I really didn't like it, so.
Best used with beauty blender, because girl, you put a brush to this, it'll go a long way. In my opinion, it's more of a pinky than it is a yellow type of a foundation.
They have more rosy shades than yellow, I would say.
I feel like it's best suited for the rosy skins, which is me.
Yes, it leans more cool. Can you use that in the summer though? Would it be good for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I used it in the winter and it works fine. I don't like to really use it that much in the winter though. I mean, I used it this past summer and it was great. You gotta like dab and press and blend and press and dab and press and blend and press.
Whatever.
Do all the stuff. It's high maintenance.
But it looked good.
It do.
Flawless. My number 4 is the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation. I like it. It's very good for dry skin. I like it more in the summer than I do it in the winter. I feel like it kind of clings to dry patches in the winter, but it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. In the summer, I live for it. I'm in the color 1.1. If you wanted to know, I'm 1.1.
In case you gave a fuck.
It's good with a beauty blender. I don't use a brush with it, and it's, I would say, medium coverage, a solid medium coverage foundation. So I wear it like filming. I really like to wear it, and also like if it's like I'm gonna have it on for a while. Unlike the Urban Decay Naked Skin, I feel like it kind of goes away quicker just because it's a lighter coverage, but this is more fuller coverage. But definitely good for dry skin. Love the coverage. It's a good shade match as well. Yes. I don't really like a lot of Smashbox things, but definitely,
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, definitely that foundation is good. I'm glad I tried it.
My next one is the Hourglass Mineral Oil-Free Foundation. That's a really long ass freaking name.
Everything will be linked in the description box as always.
It's middle ground for me. It's better than the Laura Mercier. Like, it's just okay. It's one of those ones where it's like middle of the year because it's starting to get hot, not really getting cold. You know, It rained.
It's humid.
Yeah.
That's where we are. I don't know where you are, but
the thing with this foundation is don't use it with a brush. Just don't. It's very streaky with a brush. So this foundation's just, I don't know why I put it at number 3. I probably should have put it lower than this, but it's a good foundation. I don't know why I'm bitching about it.
The negative thing about my favorite is
there's just something about it that I love, and that's why it's at 3. But it's good coverage, and when I wear it, I feel like I look amazing. I think that's why it's at 3, because I feel like compared to the other 2 I've listed, I feel like it makes me look better. It breaks down a little bit faster than the other 2.
I was gonna say, is that why?
Probably, but because I look so good, I feel like
just oil blot and go.
The thing is you can touch this up and it doesn't look cakey.
That's good.
And that's why I'm like, okay, like I can surpass you with the other 2. So I feel like because of those 2 things, I'm like, you know.
Well, because the Urban Decay by a certain point is wearing away, so it'll look cakey. The Laura Mercier is so full coverage and
it's just
thick
like,
that you can't powder
or this
or
like
anything.
looks thick when you like first pump it out, and like trust me, when you pump it out, like sometimes it's like, okay, I think I pumped too much out, which you probably did.
Which you probably did.
And when you use a brush, it's streaky AF, but you use a beauty blender, you look great. It's like the weirdest foundation, but it's amazing.
My number 3 foundation is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick. Now, usually I can't use stick foundations because they're more suited for people who have more normal to oily skin, just because it's like a thicker consistency and you're putting more on with a swipe than you would if it was a liquid. But for some reason and in some capacity, they made this work for people with dry skin. Don't know how they did it, but they did it, and I am thankful. It's not a lot of product in the actual tube, but it lasts forever. It is thick because it's a stick. I don't need a lot, obviously, so just a couple swipes. I put it in certain areas and only in the middle of my face where like I need it. I use this one with a brush.
One time.
The one time. I definitely use a brush. You're gonna be there all day with a beauty blender. It doesn't blend it out as well, it just doesn't. So I use a foundation brush for this. Flat top, kabuki usually works for me. I would think because it's a thicker consistency and a stick foundation that it wouldn't be natural looking and like kind of glowy, but it is. Don't know how.
Weird.
It's magic and wizardry. So it makes my skin just feel hydrated and it doesn't look cakey. And I set it on my forehead only because my forehead kind of gets oily, which is weird. That's the only place I get oily. Everywhere else I don't need to like set it.
My number 2 is Makeup Forever's Matte Velvet Plus foundation, which, girl, I lived off of this for like a straight year and a half. I literally went through like
Bottles.
almost 10 bottles. Like,
This is a more liquidy consistency though.
it is. And it's very matte. Best thing with a beauty blender, I mean, you could use a brush. Like, it's good with a brush. But best looking thing, I don't know how this isn't my number 1 because it probably should be because I literally lived off of it. Literally, the bottle lasts forever in a day. It's like my holy grail. Like, I could always go back to this foundation. $30, it's reasonably priced. And I mean, it's only about, it's an ounce, but that ounce goes a long freaking way. I don't know how they made it. I don't know what they did with it, but the thing is awesome.
My number 2 is the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation.
I didn't think you were gonna like this.
I'm in the shade RG10 Supernatural. I didn't think I was gonna like this either because it is extremely, extremely full coverage.
Your skin looks flawless with this on.
I love it. You don't need a lot because it's full coverage. I like it using my Flower Beauty Sponge, and it has a nice scent. It's a pretty good shade match for me, I would say, in the winter. In the summer, it's gonna be a tad light.
You'll just have to get a different color.
But I think because they have like the argan oil in it mixed with the pigment and everything, somehow it just works for someone with dry skin. I don't know how they did that because usually full coverage foundations, I just look terrible in them. I just look friggin' terrible. This one is fabulous. It doesn't look cakey after a whole day wear. It lasts really nice. It blends out really easy. Don't use a lot because it will go a long way. And I've made that mistake before and it was not cute. Makes me look fantastic. And I would have put this number 1, but I do like one just a little bit more.
My number 1. I like the Jouer High Essential really, really, really full coverage foundation, which so many people do not enjoy, and I do not know why. Because they probably like put too much on, whatever. A lot of people don't like super, like they like full coverage if they can make it full coverage themselves.
I don't like to build. I like it just to be.
To be or not to be, and that's the question. Do people like super love it or they really hate it? It's more on the hate than the love. And the thing is I love Jouer products. It's just something about them. Like, I don't think I've ever really run into a Jouer product that I really haven't liked. You don't get a whole ounce, and it is like, I don't know, like what was it, like $50?
Yeah, it's on the higher.
It's on the higher price. I've had it like what, since it came out, which was like almost 4 months ago. I want to say November. I still have more than half the bottle left.
Yeah.
And I use it almost every day. And you literally use not even like your pinky size. Like, it's like that. Like, and it covers your whole face. You can use it with a brush, you can use it with a beauty blender, and it still will cover your whole face. With a beauty blender or like a Flower Beauty Sponge, whatever you use, it's not as full coverage. It's still really full coverage. Today I used it and I used a brush and it doesn't look streaky. Makes you look flawless. It covers. You don't have to use a concealer.
It's a good shade match too.
I guessed. The descriptions on the shades are accurate. Color online is almost the same exact that it looks like in the bottle. You can't really complain about it. I mean, I don't know why everyone's bitching.
Now, I'm kind of salty because my #1 pick is recently discontinued. I bought it on sale and Sephora was selling it on sale, so I should have just realized, but I didn't think I was gonna love it as much as I do. And it's the Marc Jacobs Genius Gel foundation, and I'm in the shade 26 Bisque Medium. Again, their shades, like how you said Jouer, like explains it perfectly. It did for Marc Jacobs as well. And I'm not usually at like a medium shade, but it's like the perfect shade for me. It is kind of light to medium, I would say, coverage. Definitely built it up. I like that about it. I like that you can sheer it out if you want. I also like it because it doesn't cling to dry patches. And I just like how my skin looks with it. It lasts a decent amount of time, not overly long, like it's not a long lasting foundation, but sometimes I don't need a really long lasting foundation, to be honest. Because like if I put my makeup on like halfway through the day, like I don't really need it for like 12 hours. So it's this new foundation he just came out with, I guess, is replacing the Genius Gel, which I'm salty about, but it is a fabulous foundation and it fits still for sale in Sephora. It's linked down below, but oh my God, it's so good. It's one of those products you don't want to use up because you like it so much, but you like it so much you want to use it. Yeah, I should just buy it back up at this point. Ah, so good. So after that, that is our top 5 for oily skin and top 5 for dry skin foundations.
What's your favorite high-end foundation?
What is it? We want to know, so leave it in the comments down below. And also give it a like if you like this top 5 series that we do on our channel.
And subscribe, ring the bell.
If you want to see more of our videos. And also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. We've been updating a lot on Instagram, so definitely follow us on there. We always tell you when we upload videos there as well. And until next time,
see ya real soon.
bye.
Whatever.
Why is it zooming into you and not me? Hey. Shut up. You don't need a lot. Shut up, will you?
Waka 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 motherfucker.
Waka waka motherfucker.
I really need to try my white strips. They're
I've tried white strips.
No.
Are you saying my
mine.
teeth are yellow?
No, but I just got my nose. No.
No.
I don't know.
No.